We are here for a very special episode of Live at 5. Of course, my very special guest host, Razor B, will also be joining in today on this edition of Live at 5, where we discuss a lot of topical issues that's going on in Jamaica, in our country. Topics like abuse against women and children, and issues that's affecting our nation that really needs to be addressed, especially the crime and violence against our women and children. We are big on that. My guest host, Razor B, will be joining in soon. I will start with my intro song, Pray for Love, because that's what we need right now in Jamaica. We have to pray for love because there's so much hate and violence and, act of selfishness going on against our women and children, That's the biggest thing that's going on right now, and we really have to get to the meat of the matter. And we have to address it.
Really and truly, all the people are like men and say we're Queen Ifrica mean. What should I mean by a rock strong? Because from what here, we're advocating for the whole peace and the island and the country.
Something like this now.
Too much
something like
this. Too much
and people
say everybody quiet. You know what I mean? Nobody not talk. So me I say artists only so quiet and me I say at time for us to stand up and know say yo we have to fight for the youth them. Where the weak friends and where the people might take advantage of. Watch out now. Police officer charged with raping 16-year-old. Priests are charged with raping 12-year-old. Like what kind of something is going on in our country? I want the little things that go on in the country. I take advantage of the little younger youth them. Man get caught on the back road with 12-year-old and 13-year-old. You understand? Like a big man look on a little 12-year-old little girl. You understand? And a sex star and a can't go back road to fuck her up. Like really and truly. A joke thing this.
Big time.
Big joke thing this.
Big time. Big time.
These
are the things that we're talking about. So the big woman on the left, because the young girls, the kids are most vulnerable. So the big woman on the left in Jamaica, back road they go on front road and back road you could easily buy. Like seriously, cause at them job, everybody job and them living different. You gotta take a look at a girl around there, so underage. I'm front row and back road, we're grown up, adults. And you don't try to forget about the front, but you have to abuse the most vulnerable, which are the children. So these are the things that we're talking about. So I want to directly speak to Queen Ifrica on this matter, because since she knows what is right, because since she's saying we are wrong and strong, and she is strong and not wrong, and I've never seen her advocating they should just talk and don't do anything. So because I'm a straightforward girl, so I want to see her come on this live. Everybody's asking for her to come on to tell us what is her recommendations, because we out there we're advocating for the for women and children, for them to stop being
come out and I say all you Razor B, all you the angel, see all the queen running queen,
see the queen, yes,
queen, because we like for you when we're wrong and strong, because we want to unify, we want to keep the things straightened. And if you can straighten it, we like to hear where we are the wrong or where we say wrong, and say wrong and strong. There you go. Welcome, Queen Ifrica. Blessings. Salute.
Yes, you're great. I'm happy to have you here. But tell the rest of me say you're going, come on. But tell him, say, listen. Queen, come on.
So we have other things that we are doing. So you think I just this and one?
No, what happened? Remember, say I find me and the angel and put in the work, but we still find time to advocate for Jamaica because we're Jamaican.
Before you go no further, Razor, when we write in an angel something earlier and say, ask Razor B if I don't me tell him, say, if we start the advocacy in a way, do I like me I tell?
Me I sure angels say, me and you will raise in 1 year. And you
ask him, let him tell you, him start the advocacy. Because that is the truth we are talking about. I'm not hiding in 19 years. You know the thing, when me start loud and vulgar as everybody used to me. You know what I say?
Yeah.
It's not about Queen Ifrica. It's not about Angel. It's not about Razor B. It's about all of we collectively using the power we have in a one voice telling the powers that be that the people we call we fans are we them have. They no have uno, they no know uno, and we them know. So when we say wrong and strong now, in the case of Razor B and Angel, when me I say is, in the case of Angel knows say me love her. And she can.
That's why I'm surprised. I have a number of them things. Yeah, because remember say, yeah.
You know, in a private, say me love you in a private. We don't have no issue in a private.
Yeah, no issue at all. No issue at all.
Never have no yet and will never have no.
Not at all.
My passion is older because of how long me start with this. You understand what I say? No,
but I here.
Me not say none of you guys have ever and will never continue to do it. When me say wrong and strong to you, babes, remember now we know how your career start. Remember the first thing, every time I see an Angel, the first thing I always say to you is, me wish me love music like how you love it. Because if me don't know nothing else about you, me sure know say you love music. You understand what I say?
You always commend me for that.
Yes. I'm always see you as a girl where you always do the uptown girl living a downtown girl living an uptown life. You always try to encouraging songs. You always put a road. Me can give you the credit. So you went that road first. The road where you're there now, force you down the road there. You're not down the road there by the Angel women know.
I see them what we do. I just see them give them something to talk about.
I
see them no see them Angel.
Why I say so?
I see them stronger. Yeah.
Judge you by your reputation, me judge you by the character when we see you out. Seeing? So me not when we say alright, only fans is the public thing, right?
But everybody is the reputation, yeah.
Seeing? So when I say no, the thing when you're only fans, seeing? You're a big woman, you have the right to do what you do because you see fit to it. The wrong and strong with me now is when little girls them vulnerable. So my thing is when me papa if Angel I go say is me the one because me don't want all of my little young 20-year-old fans them to think so they can come and only fans to feel like because them see them artists Angel and Peter something. Me I talk about one thing I mean to say you gotta do it for everybody and raise everybody because guess what?
Yeah.
It comes back to why we have this kind of issue where we have in Jamaica where rape, the domestic abuse, all of these things is so high.
But this has only fans has nothing to do wrong and strong. So that's why I said I am wrong.
I'm talking about what you do and then how advocacy come into it. So me I say
advocacy. Are you aware that I'm the humanitarian of the year?
Yes,
because I represent different things.
Yes,
I'm more self-positive being. Listen, what I do for husband. And listen, I spoke about that already. I am an adult. I can make adult decisions.
Yeah, but
so whatever I want to do, I can do that.
You don't have
but who empower?
You don't have
I'm telling you, but you bring it to Queen Ifrica. Who empower women empowerment more than me? Who advocate against crime and violence against our youth more than me?
All right.
I'm just and then take a be join me as a man and we are doing it. Then I'm going to do it my career choice. I'm still the angel. I'm still who I am.
Let me ask you something. See, we're talking about how we as public figures can lend our voice to when we call with fans.
But that we are doing that we are
right. That we are doing. So listen me and say no babes. You see the same people what we call with fans, they are influenced by everything we do, more than politicians, more than church, more than anything else. People are influenced by us in whatever genre, in whatever field. They follow. If Angel put her ear in a goal, them are going to put them ear in a goal. If Angel come out and say she will pick him man, them are going to pick him man. So when we are saying is, we have to know, understanding say, we have creative rights, and that's why I did bring in Razor B, you know. And so me and Razor B because Razor B called one of my sisters for an interview, and I end up on the phone with him. And I look on Razor B and I say, you is a man we always sing them little provoking girl song. They were questionable, some of them, but at the same time, them still dance stable, them still have a vibe about them, and people still rock to them. But at the end of the day, there are kids who are influenced directly by some of what these songs are saying. So me I say now, when we are do that freely in our songs them, and then we are come to advocacy now too, with a mix of everything. so that them know say a Razor B do the song where I say come suck my body with the ice cream and an angel.
No,
say,
no,
no,
queen.
Oh, you know down here.
Queen, I don't listen to something. No,
What your song say? What your latest song say, Razor B?
Commentary, me about Angel Oldest. I tell him, say, yo.
And the latest one. All right, thank you. You see, this is the thing, you know. We have to can accept the truth in ourselves first before we can even talk to no one about it. You know. Any truth we're not going to bring up about me, you know. I'm not going to afraid to accept it, you know, because it's not about me, you know. And as we say again, the day when we have the conversation with you, that is what I said.
Yeah.
I said, Razor, you are known for the type of music that you do. Imagine if you tell a little girl and run a back road, say, round the sun on the only place where them belong, as Razor B. Just imagine the difference where you're going to place in a freedom head from your platform as a man.
But the step that we're taking has nothing to do with our music or what we sing. Because I'm a dancehall and reggae artist, and I've never condoned no violence or no negative energy. I talk about this platform that I'm on because at the end of the day, I COVID Queen Ifrica, and I'm a single mother, so I have to make it. I have to figure out a way to survive. But at the end of the day, I'm still that positive light at the end of the tunnel. That women can have hope, children can have hope, because I have a son that is 16 years old. So that's nothing to do with Mr. Pick the Man, because they understand the narrative of it. Because the street stuff, if you listen to Pick the Man, you would understand the meaning of that song. It's telling women not to do any threesome, boy. You understand the message?
I know, you know, but we're saying, you know, we're not, none of us is disagreeing on anything here, you know. We maybe have different viewpoints of how we're looking at it, you know, but there's no disagreement, you know. Because Queen Ifrica over here, so with a turban from the head.
I'm still confused because, I mean, if you're trying to do something to help the nation, it doesn't matter what kind of, why? It doesn't matter what, I'm still not sing no derogatory music. It doesn't matter if the artist sing about gun, crime, we call the word them, shatter. It don't matter what the artist sing about. At the end of the day, once you lend your voice, because you have all kind of people that we can change the world, because once you lend your voice, doesn't matter if what kind of music you sing. Me don't want nobody judge me. You understand what I say? Nobody's not God. Me not, at the end of the day, me not impose crime and violence on anybody. So I don't want to be judged. Queen Ifrica is back, Razor B is back.
Yeah, babes. I wouldn't be judging if I'm asking everyone to come on board.
Mama, me here is enough time. Enough time here.
The devil is a liar. Where the black child?
Yeah, man. I don't want this to happen.
No, where the black child?
This unity them like, man.
By the Almighty, you know, that we are talking about, you know.
In my case, in my defense, it cannot be judged if I'm asking for all of us, regardless of what we do, to have a sense of responsibility towards the people who not have
I'm a responsible, because Ifrica, when you check me, I'm a very responsible mother. It has nothing to do with if a police don't go home go shoot up your house, a doctor don't go home go operate on patients. So I'm a woman that lead by example. So no matter what me do, it has nothing to do with who you are as a human. I am as a human. That's how people.
Agreeing with you. I'm not talking to you personally, you know, babes. We're alright. You see,
but we want everybody to come. We want the artists them will sing every kind of music.
I'm begging that. I'm begging. I do it. Look here. You know I'm a respect you and Razor, because you not only went out into the streets, but you started an online thing as well. See? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 a week. Make it a point of duty every day to learn a little bit more than where we want to the people is enough, because we are really and truly who influence them to true, no matter what go on in our personal life, them are look to we.
That we are being to be a call out to everybody, and we are so happy that you are on the same page as us, because and you cleared up the wrong and strong argument, because no matter what, as an artist, your music is what matters, and we never sing no music. We are telling nobody if you go do nothing wrong in them like
it. No, where we are saying we need to come together, make real legislations. As artists, we can do 5-point plans. We can bring it to any one of them sitting in a parliament, that we can hand it to them from the musician's point of view. Us as artists, You say we should talk about the solutions that is why what I saw when I clicked on it just now, right? We can come together. We can make suggestions, is what they call it. I personally have brought many different five-point plans to Parliament. But if you don't have a reinforcement of it, like a follow-up, so in other words, then we as artists come together, form a union in the music business, a union that is not run by Babs, them are overseen by them, but something where we pick who in the industry where all we can come to a consensus and trust and say, this is the person we are going to represent for the artist union. And the artist union are responsible for seeing to it that the government them were in the form of Babs Grains are responsible for entertainment and women affairs and gender affairs. We bring these 5-point plans to them, make them still present them in a Parliament. If we see time pass and we not see, we are here about the feedback as to if any suggestions was made in Parliament, then we go back again to them and say, you know what I mean? What about if we want to use Donna Lee as an example? We start the Donna Lee foundation, a group of us as artists coming together, starting a foundation like that, using it as the best, as the board.
Not only Donna Lee, yes, Donna Lee,
but we can use
go ahead.
her as the most recent. We have the Flash to I mean, there's so much of them but we can use.
Look at girl, as the most recent.
Me have a question. Me say, oh, we as a voice for the music and a voice for the public and a voice for our fans are so quiet in a time like this where Jamaica
bothers me the most. And you know what is that? No, this is where me now become the big finger one where sound like a me want to see everything, I want to do everything. It's not that. What me I say is all the powers that all we get it from the people. The people are look for we. That is why them applaud Angel when she turn on her live at 5. Them applaud Razor when him say just girl him a call to come rock out and Ray him say what is happening to the girls, what is happening to the boys.
Exactly.
So this is what they're saying. Collectively, if all of we understand the end game of what it means to stand for the people directly with comes what may. Because that is the thing. A lot of these artists can do it, but they are busy pleasing either sponsors or people who don't necessarily. What you guys must really accept and know, you know. A lot of these sponsors that say they love people and their products are for people. If we bring a 5-point plan to them right now and tell them the plans that we have to help with missing girls and human trafficking in Jamaica, they are going to shy away from it. So this is the difficulty why so a lot of people who you can say it, but it needs a collective in order for it to be the reality that would make sense. It needs
because what I'm saying, I understand that, but it still boils down with us as artists because we are the voice of the people. It doesn't matter what you sing, or if you go sing one reggae song today and tomorrow you go sing one sexy song and whatever you want to do it. That's fine because you have different market, different audience for that. But when you come down, stand up and say, listen to me. You just like a movie. When you're acting in a movie, you don't go and go to the same thing. So we as boys, we make sure so if we come out and stand together, because everybody fans have different fans. Everybody have them fans. You know, we sing different kind of music. And we come out and say, all right then, from me, this is what I want for the country. And everybody on the same unity. We don't want no more crime and violence against our women and children. We don't want no more misappeal. We don't want no more rape. We don't want no more violence against our youths. Crime in schools is a big thing. And we're advocating against that 100%. My son is just 16, never reached college yet. My son is a big man. Yeah. So regardless of what's going on, if we all, as we say, as with me and Reza be in a lobby against, if we come together as one, it will make a big difference.
Yeah, man, I trust me. And so I'm on board.
You see, in the latest thing, you see police, a rape of 16-year-old, and I have priests, a rape of 12-year-old, 52-year-old man, a rape of 6-year-old. And you hear nobody come out and it burns the end. Again,
it's a society. All right, you see, sex was one of the biggest weapons that was used on the slave plantation. That's the first thing. So that's a legacy. What that we inherit. We inherit the exploitation of sex as a thing here, especially here in Jamaica. And that is why it doesn't matter. Can you imagine that we live in our country where, as much as we are here now on this space here, speaking up for all those rapes that are happening, there are children in Jamaica that live here, born here, that don't know that that's happening in Jamaica because they are not exposed to it at all. There are parents here that protects their children from that and see the children that we protect as just them. What they are afraid of, is the unity in music. It's when the music is united, these corporate bodies, they love to drink some rum and sell some sex because it boosts their products. If you look at all the products that are on the market, it's about producing and boosting sex. So you look at these pervert men, in those 50-year-old men and those Kenyan men. We shouldn't have a government on any side, whether PNP we are going to come in or labor rights we are going to leave, that allows foreigners to come in here and set up shop to deal with children and do not go through any form of vetting. No, somebody does know somebody. Look on King. Look on Kevin King. He was introduced to the University of the West Indies by intellectual men and women who gave him a position that he could have a church for years, raping little boys and raping little girls at leisure with no scrutiny, no one seeing him until he dared to say something against the system. That's when they saw him. So we are living in a society where you can do and say anything as long as you don't say it against the authorities, because that's what they want. When they say crime sells and crime pay, they mean it, because they are benefiting of the grants that they get. These OCAs and these CDAs, all of these child protective agencies. I have been ambassadors for them and I've stepped back because all they do is collect the grant monies and put it in their personal pockets, and when them going into the field to look for the families, them dress up and pity them and make it look like, so the agencies see the pity them and make it look like. So when me used to come amongst them now and see them something they wanna say, but if we're really talking about changes, it's not about bathing off the children them and making sure so them look tidy, so that the agency them we are give the money can see say the money at work, and then we just drive off, take two pictures, and the situation remain the same. This is why the dialogue is so wicked.
Yeah, that I see something I raise a talk, so we do not want it to be a 9-day talk. The young man that gets stabbed up over Cumberland High School is almost dead. That could have been my son. We don't want to be a 9-day talk. The little girl that got abducted at Brayton Primary, and they murdered the little girl. That just go on and I saw everything I sweep under the dust. So we under the carpet.
The powers. They are afraid of us. All these people are afraid of us.
Yes, so I'm so happy that that's all my razor be do. So it doesn't matter what you think about, it doesn't matter what kind of
So let me put it on paper, babes. Let me put it on paper. Let me put it on paper. Put it on paper.
And send it to who else send it go?
Let me meet. We can look here. What every Jamaican needs to know. Every single Jamaican have the right to walk up to Garden House, any sitting of Parliament here. You have a constitutional right to go and invite yourself into that house. And to
because I do not want just me arrest.
So if then we bring it to, we can go to the agencies first. And if the agencies, because when you go to the agencies, they tell you that they are not government bodies. So you have government bodies agencies, you have private sector body agencies, you have independent body agencies. So it's all of these different agencies doing all the things that they are doing, not necessarily paying attention to what we paying attention to, which is the real net them we are caught, the real rape them we are happen in the masses, in the amounts that it is happening. So when we three or four or whoever else can come together, have a meeting off the phone, write down the ideas that we have in different points, put them in a presentable situation, bring them to the Minister of Gender Affairs, Babsy Grange, who is dancing around in the industry and having us, all of us, hugging her and kissing her up while she's doing shit.
Me agree with you, and I am willing to start that movement like from yesterday.
Yeah,
and that's what we start on that movement. When the movement just start out, I never really care who wants to, who want hear, who want hear. It just get to me as a father, as a human being, as a person.
We're losing the children.
Enough is enough.
Everybody quiet. understand? Why them just so quiet? Why them not come out? But them
Because when
you want
all
go
is said and done, you know, the wheat and tears are going to grow until the day of harvest. Remember me always say to you, you're a girl when me know say love music for you, and when you love music for you, a heartbeat or something will vibrate. Remember, you know, enough of we can take up mic and we can sing a song a morning and it hit because we still can't write. But that is not the most important thing to me right now. Looking out for my country and see my country on its face, that's why I'm mad, so. You understand what I'm saying? Because we know that we have the powers to fix it. We, the artists, have the biggest power. The whole of them afraid that we.
So I'm just so happy that the three of us on the same page. Put your button, send a DM to he was on the live earlier. I'm just so happy that all with it. Most of Tanya Stevens, she was out there too. So we have artists were very influential, even the younger artists.
Just need to
We need them to come out and be a voice of change. We need artists.
Condense the voices and make it one. Just condense the voices.
If all our week, so we go out and Jamaica house right now, they have to check with me.
Ask you. I tell you.
Even Queen as a young woman, you know what I mean, has been through the situation herself, so she can relate, she can understand.
It's a book.
You understand? She can relate and she can understand what a mother or a person or a child. You know what I mean? She have lived it. You know what I mean? Me and my daughter, me and my son. We don't want to see that. I mean, things that me and them, we don't want to see them go through none of them something here. With other persons, we do personally.
We have to cut them out. We have to do the cutting. No one else can do it.
That we are talking about. Some people with a wrong and strong argument, she said what she said, and of course we have to defend ourselves because doesn't matter what kind of music is you as a person. Ifrica,
wrong and strong.
On stage,
me to be able to go for me to me not allowed for wrong and strong neither.
Yeah, me know that. Because you were so wrong and strong with you.
We not allowed for wrong and strong. Cause let me tell you, some people need to understand the true meaning of wrong and strong. You see when you do something wrong, you feel it's alright. Yeah, when am I wrong and strong? Me smoke. Smoking no good for you. You see if me come from my life and I burn my spliff and somebody underneath it say, Queen, oh you chat so much and you smoke so much and know say smoking no good for you. And then me look back underneath it so I say, well, suck your mother and go. You can't tell me if you do on my life. Me do as me want. That's a wrong and strong.
Yeah, wrong and strong. That's
me do what the smoking wrong.
Queen.
And me I go still defend it on the levels. Then me I go accept the smoking wrong. And me I go say me I try work on myself to stop. It's hard, but me I work on it. And me accept and me thank you. So you see it. And that me I say on the levels that me I talk. Would I never want to judge you in your personal life because we all err in front of God, and the things what we do to God are going to determine whether or not we get the clarity where we want.
You see, let me tell you, stick up in. You see, me that listen to people and when people say about you, Queen Ifrica.
Yeah.
Me that take a different turn and a different road with my post today. Me make sure tell them say, it's as much as I talk about this woman as a mad woman and she lose her mind. This is an intelligent woman, you know. So, me not listen to the crowd and when people are saying, because people have been saying, the Queen gone mad. The Queen, where take off Queen and Friday because she don't need call her Ifrica. Yeah, this is an intelligent woman, you know. Me want to hear what she have to say because by the end of the day, we now go judge her because me and her will have reason and she will have good reason with me. You understand? She will have good reason with me. So we don't come out and say.
But now we'll never have nothing, man. We
when you come out and say, you say the one way, the one way, I mean I say, no. Something, me a fear with the Queen and say, Queen come talk to me because I want to hear you.
I congratulations all the way we are saying, man.
I'm really happy that we can at least one more join. The Queen Ifrica, yeah, she's there on the mission. She has always been an advocate.
Never
Queen out there still. Never I want that change and she right. I want that change, but we need to go out there, Queen. We're never going to tear gas with. We need to go out there.
Yeah, man.
Unity and strength, man. I strength who wants to do the thing to make them know, say, yo, the raping, the killing, the person when know the man will keep up the look of fuck beside of them at the top. We don't want that again in our island. Cause, let me tell you something. I travel the world. I've been to a lot of places. I'm not like Jamaica, one of the most beautiful places in the world.
I know
people, with culture. Everything about Jamaica is nice.
I know we're number 5 in the highest crime in my country. We're number 5 in the world now.
Because them want it to be that way. Them Jamaica. The foundation of Jamaica was never built on crime. That is the first thing. The foundation of Jamaica was never built on crime. So them take away Jamaica no problem from we. Them take away Irie. Them take away one love. Them take away peace. Them take away let's get together and feel alright. Them take away the whole of that and replace it with this what we have now. And I want to tell we say Jamaica not real. Jamaica is not a real place. And all the things when never go on down here. Jamaica history did not start on any plantation. History did not start on any plantation, so we cannot end up as a plantation country. And this is why we're having the problems that we have. And it's only we, the artists, can separate the people from the Andrew Goldlist them. Because them know the powers where them are used for we.
And that's what I say. So every situation will come out, Razor B keeps saying, all the artists are quiet. Yeah. Me keep saying, we need support from you artists. We need your voices because, as I said, no matter what song you sing, no matter what, it's the influence that you have in society. Because I am highly respected in society. Because I represent everything that empower. That's what I represent. When Angel open her mouth, we have a foundation. I am a great mom, if I may say so myself. I know that.
You are.
Thank you, Mama. So sure. With the legislation, then we have different stuff we want to bring across. I want to bring across crime and violence in Jamaica against the women and children, and crime and violence in the schools. And we start with the youth them. That's what I want to be my letter to the government. That's going to be my letter to the government. That's what I want, and that's what I wish for Jamaica. Because Queen, with everything what you say, it still starts from the roots. And if I don't bend the root from this, then I grow up and feel like okay.
They're not the roots. At the root, you have to change legislation. If you want to fix the country, you have to change how it governs. And it's not the politicians in power, is the power, is the people who put them there. But our job now to remind the people.
Stop licky and nyami and one got. Because when the short time come round 5 years, get them vote.
And that was not our culture. That was not our culture.
So Queen, in other words, you said Andrew is a puppet. He's a puppet.
Andrew is not a regular kind of puppet. Andrew is a puppet who offered to do the job. Andrew offered to do the job, you know. That is what makes him so dangerous, you know. Him say him will do that way, him do that. They never have to force him. He took it upon himself to be the builder. So he's building the house that if we don't tell PNP what to go in there go do, they are just going to do a better version of what Andrew was doing if we don't start make them feel afraid before they even reach in there. This is where we come in again. Because we the artists are going to rally back the people to them rights again. Remind them of the powers where them really have as the masses who have, and the people have the power and none of we. And them decide which hit song we have. Then we decide who them are going to support when.
That is fact. And the people then decide because I remember when I was going through my tribulation and I think stronger. The people then decide say, no, leave her alone. We're ready for her now.
Yes.
So at the end of the Queen, I know I have a voice and I know I'm powerful. And I'm just lobbying against certain things, you know, with the crime and violence against our children and women and all these things. And we're hoping that Jamaica will be a better and safer place that people want to come. When they travel outside of Jamaica, nobody don't want to come here because they are saying Jamaica is the worst place, Jamaica crime and violence and that. So at the same time, it goes back to the government. Government, we need a change. It's not about just you and your friends, them or you and your co-workers. It's about the people. And as I said, if we can stand together, Queen, and go out there and say we want a change.
No.
We want this.
When we are going there now, we know we are going there now. When we go there, we want to we are out there now because it's a collective away.
We're going out. That means we are going out there. We're going to arrange everything, arrange the time. But we're not in Jamaica now, we soon come back. We arrange the time and arrange the day, and when we are moved, and we're going to make it known that here we are going.
God and the devil, I people, we are stand up for the people once, and the people now are the defense. Because guess what? It's not like I said the people lazy and sit down and wait for people, but Jamaica was always led by leaders. The people depend on, and when they never had the Marcus Garvey and the other freedom fighters, music was what they had. And when they took music away, this is why we end up because the frequency drop. Not the stage show now keep out to keep dance now keep out to keep artists now get to sing all them sing. So the people lose.
And the idol them too.
Them back.
Who do you them idolize right now? Me don't know.
So that me I tell you, we have to go in at the middle light, and we have to step in at the middle light. All of we
right
know what we are doing.
Jesus. We have to step in for true. Because the only way, and they're saying, me didn't want this to happen to, where we all come together and sing a song like we are the world. You know?
Yes.
I would really want that for all of us. Not just some pick out some, that is the gatekeeper, them must be
all of we.
If they all the way, you have to make some cues with some people because some artists, sorry.
No man, the one them love me in a private.
Okay.
Don't make me spoil the life here. Don't make me spoil the life because everybody love me in a private. They don't talk in public or answer in public. But in private, me and them good.
Hey, me and you good queen. Me have to go behind the back. You know me a good man.
Me and every artist.
Now we are your world.
No artist, so me and them ever have nothing.
Me and them. And me and say that we are your world. And me and say I want the queen. I go with that we are your world. Yeah. Because the queen born everybody.
No man, me not born everybody man. Me call for everybody man.
Okay.
Me don't feel different.
Yo,
me call for
right now we
everybody.
have the challenge out there. We want a We Are the World song right now. We need a thing. It's a serious matter. Say we want a We Are Your World. See queen them. The queen and nobody on the problem. And the queen is saying a private. We need a We Are Your World.
One Jamaica man. One Jamaica. Oh, one Jamaica.
As an artist, you unite.
Drink to that.
I want Jamaica.
I want to go take off my glasses, me and fret me and say, Jesus Christ. Spice now go forward. Maca now go forward. We see him again.
The whole of
Maria
them
now
love
go
Queen
forward.
Ifrica. The whole of them love me. The whole of them love me.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.
No, there's no emotions when it comes on to this. Today, right now, I will do a song with Spice again, right now.
Right now.
It has nothing to do with
Yeah,
you
man.
as a person and your emotions. It's all about the people and uniting. And once they see that means that this world is going to be a better place. Every start from the
good our country we do so much for it. All of the stars what we be, and some Butterfoot Jamaican here we sang them and say a female artist that. And them that we are together for right now. And them give up everything for it. And just a little we are give back to them right now. You see me?
That's true, man. I read that. Now we are the ones. Me advocate faith. Me advocate faith. If that one song, if I one piece, if I one line, no one to type. Me I tell you the truth. And Bojo, me I call for you, Bojo. You can lead it, Bojo.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Our Father.
Marian Hall, them attack people. Listen, I know music is powerful because that's what made me still in the music. Ifrica. When I hit rock bottom and I come out and say stronger, everybody had to turn around and respect me.
I was there.
Not change. At the same age, they never call for Mr. Vegas. All of it off with beats. All of it off with beats.
Because that's the dream, man.
Vegas alright for that him I say. Me not think he would have want to say that.
Vegas. Yo,
me not think he would have want to say that right.
Vegas.
If I say that, we have a tweet and show him say I just talking.
Vegas. Who are you here to Vegas? Really?
You can't do no personal vendetta. No personal vendetta.
Come here.
We can't have a We Are Your World song. Vegas, what you say to me?
Alright. So Vegas, talk real then, Mr. Vegas. Thank you for coming over.
Anna. What do you say?
Yo, I be a dreamer.
In your nowadays eyeglass, sir.
No, what do you say, dream? My dream. That dream can't become a reality, sir?
I believe it, we also believe. No.
Believe what? What you believe? What you believe?
We can't have you seen that the industry started by someone.
You're looking so beautiful.
Thank you. You're looking good yourself.
Queen, you're looking so beautiful.
Make sure you meet them and be the ugly one. So make sure your bumper clock me.
Salud.
Hey, you say I beat more forgiveness. I know you're not forgiving.
No, make sure you mean it. Me never say me not forgive you.
Yo, you say, Mama, I go at it. I'm not trouble you. I'm not telling you to forgive nobody, you know, because Mama beat a piece of iron there, your ball. Remember say you make mama left the church.
God knows that love alone we have fear. Anyway, that's what we should do.
You make mama. Remember say you make mama mash up a groove, you know. So you know why you come go on like you want to tell me, you know, me must just be like me I wear Jesus slippers now to you. You want me, you know, come out there like hot wine and Jesus slippers. And you not mama. You not forgive mama, you know, you make mama mash up some face, you know.
No,
and you come and chat for me, you know, in a sister. The angel. Remember say me and mama in the same boat and she a throw me overboard, you know. That me not like that, you know.
no, man.
God. You know, when they can get something in there. Remember say me to be in a long time.
Mr. Baker said that interject and when you come on and be with me this now.
Yes, the angel is the boss.
The first thing that we have to unite as an artist before we can sing a We Are the World song. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Sing the We Are the World song to do it.
Just to kind of change everything. That we're coming together.
To do what?
One.
To do what? To do what? Well,
are you aware of what this topic is about, Mr. Vegas? Are you aware?
I said we're not going to sing one song and change Jamaica, so I want if that I want to say.
No. We're not saying this song about change Jamaica. It's an attempt. We are making from our arts as well-thinking artists, first of all, citizens of this country, who happens to be very popular and have very popular platforms, seeing the crisis that we are in as a country. We are saying we're putting our differences aside, breaking the ground. We're calling it somewhat of a breaking of the ground to say, let's come together and do a song. Whoever is willing to come on board, and we are talking all of who you the one. To come on board.
Sister. Me appreciate, you know, input or you know, on idea. On our plan to try and make be better people, try and make better come up what we have, or try to let poor people get out of the impoverished state. But guess what? The only thing can help us as Jamaicans is the revolution.
But not a blood one. This can be a revolution.
We can get out of this. One day we can get out of this. We can do a million songs. We can talk about politicians all day and all of them things. What we have to fight for, what we must unite to fight for, is the money that is owed to us by the British state. If we will have voices, if we stand up and fight for reparation and get rid of this idea, so somehow we come from east, west, north, south,
but that reparation money is going to share among the same culprit them if we don't.
Violence against your women and children, because this is what this topic is all about.
Yeah.
It can only be that way. It can only be that way if our program is government funded. You were intelligent. Razor, Angel, the people that are intelligent and can form this thing, right? Reparation for the descendants of Africans in this, because we have evidence to show that the British state paid £20 million to the slave owners them for our freedom, quote unquote freedom. And $20 million, $20 million.
Collect that money, and women and children are still going to get them head chop off if we don't come together and go to the people and tell them
the reason why we do it.
What I'm saying to you is the argument that must be made, and what we need to educate the people on, is that the British state owe we. And that's the argument, and the amount of money with the over.
That's why the kids are dying and the crime and violence in school are so rampant. That's what the topic is all about. How can we stop the crime and violence against our women and children? And how can we bring some form of unity in the schools and start from the children?
But we have to understand, everything what we have to fight for. If we are fight against, if we are say we want to bring no violence and all that, we have to address poverty. We have to address them thing the point blank. I mean, I assure you, so the only way we can get rid of all of these issues, because you have to know, say, people are living in a certain condition and people are conforming to certain environment based on them social status.
So based on your observation and your experience and the knowledge, you don't see any changes anytime soon based off what they're doing, because I feel that what we've been doing for the past month You know what I mean? And stay consistent. You know what I mean? Because some people say, yo, to be a 9-day talk when I look at hype, when I look at recognition. Juban can link me privately today. And I say, yo, me like the movement. Continue. So it's like it's reaching. So I feel like if we continue on this level, on this journey, the people that say, yo, I hear the artists, them are together, I know. We have to go change that to me, I know. You understand? Like I was saying, a direct message. To make them know, say, yo, I hear me, and we are the power. Because the platform we have right now is more powerful than everybody right now when feel like them have power. Yeah, tell you that.
That's the problem we are running into, you know. That's the problem we are running into. The problem we are running into, sister. If we are saying government need to fix that part, right? But then we are going to try to fix crime, then we are going to lose. I'm telling you.
We are musicians who are the greatest influencers of any influencers around. So more than one of us voices coming together is stronger than any poor influencer. And we're not fighting against influencers.
But I'm showing, but I'm saying to you,
we need influencers on board with this too. We need sound men. We need producers. We need all the stakeholders. We need KFC. We need Burger King. We need Jerry and Nephew. All of us play a role in our society spiraling. So we are saying we as musicians, music are our greatest tool when we have. And we can use it in a unified way. It matters not the differences what we have with each other in any way, shape, or form. Let me ask a
question. In this era now, in this digital era, you believe we're going to sing a song and people are going to listen to the song and change their ways?
No, babe. If they are listening to all the negatives and doing what they're doing, it doesn't hurt.
No, we have never done it before. But we have never united in music before. We've never done it before.
We've never done what,
so I think,
sister? We've never done what before.
You may not agree.
We've never tried to be a united front as people who people look up to. We try, but
never do it yet.